In the vast landscape of medical history, some stories are celebrated, while others remain hidden in the shadows. This is a story about a woman whose body became a scientific miracle, without her knowledge or consent. A story of cells that would change the world, and a family whose pain and resilience would challenge an entire system. Her name was Henrietta Lacks, and this is the story of how one woman's cells would save millions of lives, while her own family was left behind. Welcome to TopThangs, dear viewer. In the hidden world of our cells, a revolution began. It started with a woman named Henrietta Lacks, but the world wouldn't know her name for decades. Henrietta's cells, taken without her knowledge, would change the course of medicine forever. They would become a cornerstone of science, used in labs across the globe. These cells, known as HeLa, would unlock medical mysteries and fuel groundbreaking discoveries. But behind this scientific marvel lies a complex story, one of resilience, injustice, and the enduring power of one woman's legacy. Henrietta's story is a stark reminder of the ethical complexities of scientific progress. It's a story that compels us to confront difficult truths about race, class, and medical consent. It's a story that resonates deeply with our humanity, urging us to remember the individuals behind the science, the lives touched, and the legacies we inherit. Through Henrietta's story, we embark on a journey of discovery, exploring the profound impact of her cells and the ethical questions they raise. Henrietta's journey begins in the segregated South, a time and place marked by deep inequality. Her story is woven into the fabric of American history, a testament to the strength and resilience of Black women in the face of adversity. Her cells, a biological echo of her existence, would transcend the boundaries of race and origin, becoming a universal language of scientific discovery. As we delve into Henrietta's story, we are reminded that behind every scientific breakthrough, there are human stories waiting to be told. Stories of triumph and tragedy, of hope and heartache. Stories that challenge our assumptions, ignite our empathy, and inspire us to build a more just and equitable future for all. This is the story of Henrietta Lacks, a story that continues to unfold, challenging us to question, to learn, and to remember. Henrietta Lacks was born in 1920 in Roanoke, Virginia, where the soil was rich, and tobacco fields stretched far. She spent her early years in Clover, a small rural community centered around family, faith, and the land. Known as Henny, she was a lively child, full of laughter. She grew up surrounded by a large extended family, her roots deep in Clover. Life in Clover was challenging, especially for Black families. Segregation limited their opportunities and shaped their experiences. Despite hardships, Henrietta's family found solace in their strong community bonds and faith. Henrietta learned the value of hard work early, helping her family in the fields. As a young woman, she had a warmth and generosity that drew people to her. Her radiant smile and contagious laugh lit up any room. Known for her kindness, she was always willing to help others. In Clover, Henrietta's spirit shone brightly, leaving an imprint on those who knew her. Her life changed when she met David Lacks, who also grew up in Clover. Their love story unfolded in rural Virginia, a testament to human connection amidst adversity. They married young and started a family, their love a source of strength. Together they faced the challenges of life in the segregated South, their love and family a source of hope. Life took a dramatic turn for Henrietta at 30. She found a lump in her abdomen, a knot of fear tightening. Pregnant with her fifth child, she sought help at Johns Hopkins, the only hospital for Black patients. It was 1951, a time of racial segregation in healthcare. Henrietta navigated a system rife with inequality. Black patients were often relegated to separate wards. Despite the challenges, Henrietta faced her diagnosis with courage. Doctors found a malignant tumor on her cervix. Henrietta, a young mother, faced a relentless disease. Treatment in the 1950s was harsh, involving radium therapy. Henrietta endured painful procedures with strength. She clung to hope, her spirit resilient. Her family remained her anchor. Henrietta's fight was tragically cut short. Despite efforts, her condition deteriorated. On October 4, 1951, Henrietta Lacks succumbed to the disease. She was only 31 years old. Her death left a gaping hole in her family's life. Henrietta's story was far from over. Her cells, collected during treatment, ignited a medical revolution. While Henrietta Lacks courageously battled cancer, a scientific breakthrough was quietly unfolding in the labs of Johns Hopkins. During her treatment, a sample of Henrietta's tumor cells was taken for research, a common practice at the time. However, Henrietta was not informed about this procedure, nor did she give her consent. This lack of informed consent would become a central ethical issue in the years to come. Dr. George Gay, a renowned cell biologist at Johns Hopkins, received Henrietta's cells. Dr. Gay had been searching for years for a human cell line that could survive and reproduce outside the body, a feat that had eluded scientists for decades. To his astonishment, Henrietta's cells, unlike any he had encountered before, thrived in the lab. They doubled in number every 24 hours, an unprecedented rate of growth. Dr. Gay had stumbled upon something truly remarkable: the first immortal human cell line.
Henrietta's cells, now known as HeLa cells, possessed an extraordinary ability to survive and multiply indefinitely outside the human body. This groundbreaking discovery revolutionized medical research, providing scientists with an invaluable tool to study human biology and disease in ways never before possible.
HeLa cells became a cornerstone of scientific research used in labs across the globe to develop vaccines, study the effects of radiation, and unlock the secrets of cancer. The discovery of HeLa cells marked a pivotal moment in medical history, ushering in a new era of scientific exploration. These remarkable cells, derived from a black woman who had been denied basic human rights in life, would go on to benefit countless lives, transcending the boundaries of race, class, and origin. The story of HeLa cells is a testament to the power of scientific discovery, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the ethical complexities that can arise in the pursuit of knowledge. Section 5. The Ethical Storm, Henrietta's Story Untold. As HeLa cells became a cornerstone of medical research, Henrietta Lacks's name remained unknown, her story lost in the annals of scientific progress.
Her family, unaware of the extraordinary journey her cells had taken, struggled to come to terms with her untimely death and the void left in their lives.
For 2 decades, the Lacks family remained in the dark, their mother's cells fueling groundbreaking discoveries, while they grappled with poverty and the enduring legacy of racial inequality.
The ethical storm surrounding HeLa cells began to brew in the 1970s, as scientists began to unravel the unique properties of these cells and their origin.
Researchers, eager to learn more about the woman behind the cells, contacted the Lacks family, seeking blood samples and medical information.
The family, bewildered and confused, learned for the first time about the existence of HeLa cells and their mother's unwitting contribution to science.
The revelation of HeLa cells and the circumstances surrounding their collection sent shockwaves through the Lacks family and the scientific community.
Henrietta's cells had been taken without her knowledge or consent, a violation of her basic human rights.
The fact that she was a black woman in a segregated healthcare system amplified the ethical concerns, highlighting the systemic racism that permeated medicine and research.
The case of Henrietta Lacks ignited a fierce debate about informed consent, patient privacy, and the commercialization of human biological materials.
It forced the scientific community to confront the ethical implications of its work and the need for greater transparency and respect for the individuals behind the research.
Henrietta's story became a rallying cry for patient rights advocates, who demanded greater protections for vulnerable populations and a more equitable healthcare system.
Every time we heard about HeLa cells, it was like hearing about a part of our mother that we never got to know. It was confusing and painful.
Henrietta Lacks' family faced a complex mix of emotions, struggling to understand the impact of her cells on science and their own lives.
HeLa cells were pivotal in developing the polio vaccine, advancing cancer research, and even in vitro fertilization. Their contribution to modern medicine is immeasurable.
The HeLa cells' unique ability to survive and replicate indefinitely revolutionized medical research, leading to countless breakthroughs and saving millions of lives.
When I started researching Henrietta's story, I realized it wasn't just about the cells. It was about a woman, her family, and the ethical questions that arose from her unknowing contribution.
Rebecca Skloot's work brought Henrietta's story to the forefront, highlighting the human side of scientific discovery and the ethical dilemmas it posed.
I hope people remember my mother not just for her cells, but for who she was. A loving, strong woman who cared deeply for her family.
Henrietta Lacks's legacy endures, reminding us of the profound human connections behind scientific advancements and the importance of ethical integrity in research. Henrietta Lacks was more than just HeLa cells. She was a mother, a wife, a daughter of Virginia. Her legacy is not just in the millions of lives saved, but in the ongoing fight for medical ethics, for recognition, for justice. As we continue to benefit from her immortal cells, we must never forget the human story behind the science. A story of a black woman whose body was taken, but whose spirit could never be stolen. Her cells continue to live. Her story continues to inspire. Thank you for spending time with us at TopThangs. Let us know if you have any interesting book or topic you would like to suggest for future coverage.